So, breaking news. Real Madrid are in for Zubimendi. A person that you guys, if you guys have been watching my content, someone that I rate very, very highly. I made it last month. I made my top 10 DMs in the world. I had him second. So the fact that Real Madrid are finally linked for him makes me very happy. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from different perspectives. Can he fit Real Madrid? And should we go after him? Before we start, as you guys already know, don't forget to, of course, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to, of course, comment your own thoughts. Whether you want Zubimendi, you don't want Zubimendi. Either way, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about him. Listen, first of all, the news is Real Madrid want a midfielder with a specific profile, passer, right age, and price. And Zubimendi ticks 1, 2, 3 of every single box. On top of that, Real Madrid sees Zubimendi as an ideal target for different reasons. They, of course, mentioned age. He's 25 years old. He's literally approaching his prime. If not, he's already in his prime. Secondly, adds depth into the midfield, which we will be talking about very shortly. Thirdly, his release clause is only 60 million. Only 60 million. So, and trust me, 60 million in today's market, brothers and sisters, is very, very cheap. 60 million in the way things are moving. You got to move in the... He's going at the price he's going at. Declan Rice and X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z. 60 million for this guy, this profile, is very cheap. Fourthly, Spanish. And trust me, we don't have a lot of Spanish players. So the fact that if we can get a Spanish profile at this age and at this price, you can't go wrong with it. But most importantly, same agent as Xabi Alonso. The reason why Xabi Alonso is, of course, mentioning this is because Xabi Alonso is a former player at Real Sociedad. Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, they have got a very good chemistry. Of course, we learned out Kubo. We got Zubimendi. We've been going back and forth with certain players. Theo Hernandez, X, Y, and Z. So we do have a very good relationship. Martin Odegaard, we've learned them out. So William Jose, we learned them out. So we do have a good relationship in terms of we learning our players there, getting players at the right price. So we've got a good understanding. At the same time, Xabi Alonso is, of course, mentioned. The reason why he is rumoured to be the next manager for Real Madrid. Let's chat about it now. In terms of depth into the midfield, as of right now, Real Madrid, they've got Mr. Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Fede Valverde, Luka Modric, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler, and of course, Dani Ceballos. 2 of those, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is 2 players which is rumoured to be leaving by the end of this summer. And that is, of course, Luka Modric, who will be playing his final season, I think, for Real Madrid. And secondly, Dani Ceballos, who, of course, wants to stay. Real Madrid have rejected all offers for this window, but I don't think we'll reject any offers for the next window because I don't think Ceballos would want to stay. So that leaves us with 5 midfielders. Arda Güler, if we classify him as a midfielder, which I don't think Real Madrid, they deem him as a midfielder. I think they look him a bit more advanced. I think Brahim Diaz should be the person in here, and Arda Güler a bit forward. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, if we do sign Zubimendi, he's a 6. He's a natural defensive midfielder, which puts him in the same bracket as Mr. Tchouaméni. Of course, we've got Camavinga who plays 6. I look at Camavinga as more as an 8, but that's not the point. The point is he's been playing as a 6 this season. So if we get Zubimendi, there's going to be Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and of course, most importantly, Mr. Zubimendi. Zubimendi and Tchouaméni, they're 2 complete different profiles. Zubimendi loves to collect the pass from deep, loves to turn around. His natural instinct is to progress with the ball. He's a much better ball progressor compared to, of course, and Mr. Tchouaméni is a better passer in terms of short pass compared to Tchouaméni. I do think Tchouaméni's long passes and diagonal switches is better. Defensively, I do think Tchouaméni is a better defensive midfielder. Of course, they complete different profiles. I think in terms of the system of Xabi Alonso, I do think Zubimendi might fit a bit more that. I don't think Zubimendi is perfect for this system because we don't have a system. And if we did get him, and if Carlo does stay next season, I do think he'll be exploited massively. I don't think he'll be perfect in this system. But again, the point is not Xabi Alonso. The point is not Carlo Ancelotti. The point is whether we should get him. If we do get him, and if Real Madrid are looking after him, it means one thing. It means they've lost complete faith in Tchouaméni. Real Madrid are not going to be paying 70, 80, 90 million on Tchouaméni and then after 2 seasons say, all right, you know what? Let's get another defensive midfielder. The only time they will do that is because, you know what? We don't think you might be the person that we thought you are. So for that reason, Real Madrid, I think they have basically said if they go after him, again, the reports might not be true. So Zubimendi is, of course, rumoured to be wanted by 4 clubs: Liverpool, City, Barcelona, and of course Real Madrid. He's come out and said, listen, I don't want to go to Prem. I want to stay in Spain, which puts us in 2 teams. Barcelona, Real Madrid, of course, staying in Sociedad, which I don't think he will. Barcelona, they can't afford him. In terms of salary and in terms of budget, they ain't spending 60 million on Zubimendi. We can. We've got the budget. We've got the salary, which we can offer him. So Real Madrid seem to be, right now, the front runner in terms of Zubimendi. Unless he could be convinced somehow and some way to go to the Prem. And if he does, if he can be convinced, I think he would prefer to go to City or Liverpool compared to Real Madrid. I do think he's suited there more compared to us. If he says, you know what, I'm homesick, I want to stay in Spain, we are the main front runner. If we did get him, it means Tchouaméni's career at Real Madrid is no longer as a defensive midfielder. I do think Real Madrid will be looking into him, as you've got 2 options, my brother. It's either learn how to play centre-back, or secondly, let's look for an offer. Liverpool being one of the most attraction, one of the biggest destinations for him. If that happens, would Real Madrid... I mean, listen, I'm looking at it, yeah? I'm asking myself that question. Am I happy to offload Tchouaméni? Offload. That's the key word. Not replace. Not keep him. Just get Zubimendi. No. Offload and get Zubimendi? No. I think a lot of you guys have been too harsh on Tchouaméni so far this season. The fact that you guys are calling him shit, you guys are calling him not good enough, you guys are calling him get rid of him, he can't do this, he's too slow, he's too lazy, X, Y, and Z. You guys have been very, very harsh on him. Completely harsh on him. I do think he can still be a very important figure and a very important member under a new system, and most importantly, the Xabi Alonso system. I think if Alonso comes, I think Tchouaméni will be seen as a very important member. Whether that is in the pivot, because Xabi Alonso loves to play 3 at the back, or whether that's been playing as the front runner of the 3 at the back, the main centre-back out of the 3 at the back, with Rudiger there and someone else there if we were going to get a centre-back. But I look at Tchouaméni as someone who has to stay. I'm not prepared to offload him for Zubimendi. We can keep Zubimendi. I would love to add a bit more depth because, as you guys know, we only have Jude, Kama, Fede, and Tchouaméni. That's it. We don't have any other person that can play. And trust me, if we're going into next season, and we've had a lot of injury this season and last season, we might get more injuries. And again, I'm not hoping for it, but the way things are going, the more games are being added and games and everything, my brother, we need depth. We need depth as much as we can. And the fact that we can add someone at his quality is a bonus. It's an absolute bonus. But I don't want to add him and then, of course, sell Tchouaméni. That's not the point. I don't want to sell Tchouaméni. I'm more than happy with Tchouaméni. I do think Tchouaméni can be used perfectly for next season, whether it's a centre-back or as a defensive midfielder. But if we were going to get Zubimendi, Tchouaméni's chance of playing as a defensive midfielder is gone, bro. We ain't going to sign Zubimendi for 60 million put on the bench. We're going to sign Zubimendi for him to be playing there or rotate with Camavinga. If Tchouaméni can't compete with Camavinga, why the hell is he going to compete with Camavinga and Zubimendi? So Tchouaméni's chances, he has to impress this second half of the season. If he doesn't, then like I said, it's either going to be on the bench or it's going to be, my brother, Liverpool's calling. That's the way Tchouaméni's career is going to be. What is it going to do to Camavinga? I do honestly think a double pivot with Zubimendi and Camavinga, bro, that form, let's say we play with a diamond. A pivot. So the 4-2-2-2. The 2 pivots of Camavinga and Zubimendi. And then Jude and Fede. Yo. I look at Zubimendi. Again, very different profile to Toni Kroos. But he's got that in him where he can progress from the back, collect the pass from the back. In terms of passing, he's already there. In terms of comfortability on the ball, he's already there. I look at Zubimendi and I look at Ceballos. I think they are quite similar. Zubimendi is a better defensive midfielder compared to Ceballos. But in terms on the ball, I look at both of them all the same. I do think Ceballos has it the same way in terms of progressing from the back and going to the final third. I think Ceballos can do the same level as Zubimendi, but of course defensively, that's where Ceballos struggles with. So I look at them at both similar profile, but Zubimendi is of course better. Toni Kroos, he is a closer profile to Toni Kroos compared to all of our midfielders. So if we did get him, our midfield would be absolutely perfect. So do I want Zubimendi? The answer to the question is absolutely we want Zubimendi. I would want Zubimendi. I'm sure everyone watching, your answer should be I would want Zubimendi. If you don't want Zubimendi, it's a bit weird because I would love to hear your reasoning behind it, because he should be someone that we should look at with a no-brainer. Like I said to you guys, 25 years old, he steps to the midfield, only 60 million, but most of it is Spanish as well. Where how things are going, and Nacho left, Ramos left, Vasquez most likely is about to leave, Dani Carvajal is getting old. My brother, look at our midfield. We don't have no Spanish midfielder. Look at our front, our attack. We don't have no Spanish striker, fam. So the fact that Joselu left us, and like I said, Ceballos is going to leave us as well. So the fact that we might add another Spanish talent in there, it could be beneficial. But at the same time, do we want him? Absolutely. Is it going to harm who? Tchouaméni's chances will be gone. If we get Zubimendi, Tchouaméni's career and Tchouaméni's dreams of becoming the next defensive midfielder of Real Madrid, that's gone, my brother. You're either going to be adapting to play how to play as a centre-back, or most likely your chances of staying at Real Madrid is no longer slim, because Real Madrid will not going to be having 3 defensive midfielder on their disposal for next season. Yes, I know some of them can play a bit further. Camavinga's the only one that can play as an 8, but Tchouaméni, I don't want him as an 8. Zubimendi, I don't want him as an 8. If I was going to get Zubimendi, I would want him to play in his natural position, which is a lone pivot or a double pivot next to maybe a Camavinga. Can we play Tchouaméni and Zubimendi with each other? We can, but that just means what? We're going to sacrifice who? Cama, Fede, or Jude? My brother, that's 3 of our best midfielders. I'm not going to sacrifice one of them to have both Zubimendi and Tchouaméni in the same midfield. So no. But like I said, let me know what you guys thought is. I do think if these rumors are true, and if those, I mean, who said it? Mark Ogden, which is a senior writer for ESPN. If this is true, if the rumors are true, then my brother, please bring him here. I would love to have him here. If it's true. If it's not true, then like I said, we do need a midfielder, especially because of the fact Ceballos and Madrid are potentially about to leave. If we do not sign any midfielders, then I do think it will be very important for us to maybe extend Ceballos' contract for another year. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the rumors. Don't forget to, of course, like the video, and most importantly, subscribe. And I will see you soon with another video, another update, another signing, another rumor, or another game. Peace.